This is the story of a boy named Manuel who has to live with relatives because of his parents' divorce. Manuel came to stay at his Uncle Juan's house in another city in Spain for 3 months, but he had to wait a long time at the station. Manuel was meeting his relatives for the first time and was feeling down about being away from his parents. But it was necessary because his parents were about to divorce each other. When Manuel arrived at Juan's house, he found out he had 3 uncles, all of whom were quite eccentric. They all lived in the same building, but he would have to live in a different home each month. First, Manuel stayed with Juan. The very next day, Juan took him to a shop, which only sold gloves. There, Manuel saw his uncle flirting with women. Manuel was learning the work from him when Juan's daughter, Fuensanta, arrived. Manuel liked her immediately. Manuel was very happy spending time with Juan and Fuensanta. One day, Juan took them out of the city for a trip. In a peaceful setting, Juan began teaching them to paint. He told Manuel about the beauty of nature, and they tried to capture that beauty in pictures. After a while, a strange man arrived. Seeing him, Manuel and Fuensanta became frightened. The weird man called himself God. However, during this time, his attention was more on Fuensanta's presence. Manuel gradually started liking Fuensanta more, and she began to realize this because she had also started liking him. That's why they spent all their time together. Meanwhile, Fuensanta felt that Manuel was not happy. To make him feel better, she gave him her lollipop to lick and said, "I can never be apart from you." That day, she told him a secret that shocked him. Fuensanta revealed that their Uncle Fernando is actually gay, something no one else knew. After staying with Juan, the next month Manuel started living with Fernando and began learning the work at his bakery. Like Juan, Fernando is an artist and plays the xylophone. Watching the xylophone being played, Manuel was captivated by the magic of music. Fernando told him that to become a genius, one must work hard for years. If there is any lapse in effort, even for a single day, music will abandon you. Fernando was having an affair with his assistant, Peleo, which Manuel knew about. Fernando's wife, Beatriz, was upset that her husband didn't focus on his work. But Fernando said the work didn't make him happy. Only Peleo did. One day, his assistant Pelayo announced he was getting married and would have to leave Fernando. Manuel and Fuensanta overheard their entire conversation. Pelayo's departure broke Fernando's heart, and he tried to take his own life but couldn't. That evening, when Manuel went to Beatriz's room, she started asking him strange questions like if he found her beautiful. Then Manuel told her about Fernando and Pelayo's affair. Upon learning about it, Beatriz asked Manuel to promise to keep it a secret. Instead of getting angry with Fernando, Beatriz started taking care of him and trying to make him feel better. Manuel was seeing a new world, and in this world he found happiness with Fuensanta. Suddenly that day they saw 2 strangers on the roof. Fuensanta explained it was Emilia's daughter, Loli, and her boyfriend, who had run away with drugs. Fuensanta then saw something and said something wrong was happening at her house. Going towards the house, they found out that Fernando had died. Everyone was upset, but Beatriz was the most distressed. She said he suddenly collapsed on the ground and died. Juan and his older brother, Emilia, found Fernando unconscious on the floor. They realized he had a heart attack. In time, Emilia managed to save him. After that day, Manuel started living in Emilia's house. Emilia's sister, Margarita, began teaching Manuel, but Manuel kept bothering her and Emilia's wife, Lola. But they knew 2 cousins couldn't get married. There was a room in Emilia's house where no one was allowed to go, but Manuel went inside and discovered it was actually Emilia's clinic. Emilia was happy to see him there, and, like his other brothers, began telling Manuel about his work. Emilia was an eye doctor who showed Manuel the beautiful secrets hidden in eyes. After some time, Margarita started watching them and shouted at the children because she had forbidden them from entering that room. She insisted on talking to their father, meaning Manuel's grandfather, Antonio, because she confused him with Manuel. Margarita said she couldn't handle him anymore because he kept talking about dying all day. Amelia knew that their father would feel better talking to Manuel, so he sent Manuel to his grandfather. Manuel's grandfather started saying the world was going to end, and therefore they should see the world before it ended. No one but Fuensanta could understand his grandfather's words. Then he started saying there were many secrets in the house, secrets that shamed the family, and he was about to reveal his own secret. But while talking, he forgot to tell it. When he remembered, he revealed that he had been part of the World War. During that time, he had brutally killed a man and buried him inside this very house. After telling this secret, he said he wanted to go to a place where he could breathe peaceful breaths. Saying this, he fell asleep. Later, Manuel spent time with Loli and wondered why she painted her face to look beautiful. When Manuel asked her about her boyfriend and the drugs, she got angry. After explaining the need to keep her boyfriend and the drugs a secret, she left. However, she didn't know her family already knew her boyfriend was a drug addict. Meanwhile, Manuel saw Margarita saying strange things and asked her about it. She started telling everyone she talked to God. Amelia heard her and became angry, trying to hide her madness. But Manuel enjoyed listening to her. That day, Amelia told Loli she had to stay away from her boyfriend. When she started arguing with Amelia, he lost his temper. Seeing Amelia like this, Manuel was terrified, but Loli explained that her father occasionally acted like an idiot. Manuel was becoming part of this strange family's madness, but this madness was normal for them. They all started behaving as if nothing had happened. Suddenly, Amelia's father began reciting a poem about loneliness, which he had written for Manuel's father, Antonio. Seeing Amelia before him, he said he had been waiting for him here. Due to Alzheimer's disease, he had started forgetting everything and gotten lost on his way home, so he sat down in that park. Fuensanta said she knew her grandfather loved trees and birds, so she knew they would find him there. At that moment, Manuel's grandfather said he wanted to see the sea because only there could he breathe peaceful breaths, and he started talking about death again. But Amelia said, "As long as I'm alive, I won't let my father die." Amelia promised to take him to the sea, and hearing this, he was very happy. On the way home, Amelia's father started telling another story. Listening to this story, they all reached home. That afternoon, his wish to see the sea was fulfilled. Manuel went to the beach with his entire family, and for the first time, the family members were very happy. Seeing them all, Fuensanta's grandfather found peace. His wish of years to breathe peaceful breaths was fulfilled. As soon as this last wish was fulfilled, right there on the beach, Manuel's grandfather died. Like the rest of the family, Manuel was sad about his grandfather's death. At that time, during the last rites, Manuel's parents also arrived. Then Manuel realized that after his parents' arrival, his relationship with Fuensanta was about to end forever. That was the last day they saw each other. Because after the funeral, Manuel returned home with his parents. The movie ends here.